Vampire Bloodlines The Masquerade 2. Well guys, it has happened. This is something that some people expected. I played the game a little and honestly the game is, so to speak, okay, like a acceptable action first person game. Nothing super special effectively. I never played the first one, so I don't know like how this compares to the first one, but people are really angry, so people are really disappointed because it is not what people have been expecting. So even the peak players after release, we see that only 26,000 people are playing the game. And in its peak, of course, the game released at the start of the week, so maybe towards Friday we could see a bit more people playing, but in terms of reviews, it is not looking great whatsoever. 56% of the reviews are positive, the rest is negative, so almost 50%, well 44.83%, 45% effectively is negative reviews, and people are not happy whatsoever. Look at this one. Utterly embarrassing. Vampire the Masquerade in Bloodlines 2 is not only giving Saints Row Reboot a run for its money, it is mind's eye level of unfinished Dragon Age levels of cringe at $60. Sensitive, sanitized, theater, kid slop. Absolutely bad. I mean, my god, this is crazy. If you go here, this is what people are talking about. So, horrible story, millennial style writing, which is just cringe as always. Why do they have to include millennial writing, which again, it is shit. Terrible character creators. I mean, it doesn't even exist effectively. There's no such thing as a character creator. You just toss some clothes on the non-binary gender fluid character and that's pretty much it, right? Day one DLC for clans, RPG elements non-existent, no guns at all, humanity system removed, masquerade system removed, hacking or lockpicking removed, no stat check in dialogue, biggest fumble of the year. Or maybe it is one of the biggest fumbles of the year. I mean, this is a AAA game. Paradox Interactive is the publisher, right? This game costed them quite a lot of money. And yeah, it is not going well whatsoever for them. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is sitting at mixed reviews on Steam. It's not a Bloodline game. Players are disappointed by the lack of RPG systems and connections to the original game. Effectively, they did a reboot or a soft reboot and people are not happy. This is what people are saying. Bloodline 2 doesn't really earn the name, and that is it was a surprise dearth of RPG systems for something this called itself an RPG. It is a good VDM game, but it will not be a Bloodlines game, so it's good as a vampire game, right? One positive review reads, Paradox could have saved them a ton of outrage by marketing it differently, but they're not so balanced. Nothing about this game is what you sold us 6 years ago, reads a less favorable review, and you don't deserve to be left off the hook for that. I mean, yeah, it's crazy, right? I'm not remotely surprised for the response. I had a good time sulking through the streets of blizzard-battered Seattle, giving it a respectable 78 in my Bloodlines review for PC Gamer, but the most common criticism are the same ones I had. So let's look at Steam, because of course we have here the outcome. So positive 1,552, negative 1,190. So it's almost half-half. It's crazy, right? So let's get into it, guys, because people are really pissed off. Really pissed off. Okay, so let's go. These are some of the most interesting ones at the top, right? Which is cool here. So not only are there annoying issues like launcher not installing, and if you activate a door from not straight on, the game will lock you in an eternal animation, but the gameplay itself is just bland and boring. The combat is a joke. The city is far from alive and vibrant. The game is simply boring. This is the type of game where if it was released on Xbox 15 years ago, it would have been mind-blowing. But now the idea that this is a AAA game that costs $60 is insulting. This might be worth if you're a vampire person, but I don't think I'll play this game until its price reflects its value. $20-ish would be fair for what is being delivered. Why there has been so much money spent on ads on every platform, but not spent that money on development is beyond me. Right, crazy. As many well know, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is not a sequel to the masterpiece best RPG vampire game ever made. It is disgusting when corporate greed and woke ideology is always a good one, guys, come before making a great game the way it should be intended. God forbid if you offend anyone. So let's start. They kept the name Fire. Really? An ancient elder, you can call me Fire. Lol, doesn't matter if you pick male or female, they look the same. The opening cut sequence looks like it was made back in 1999. And so far, they all look horrible. Their facial expressions are a joke. Expressionless NPCs that look like they are talking with their mouths closed. The original 21-year-old game looked better, and Fabian, a voice in your character's head. The voiceover is horrendous, the dialogue even worse, and this is just 5 hours into gameplay. The gameplay is so linear, it's boring. The devs don't even give you the option to go crazy and break the Masquerade. The original game did, and you were penalized. And that put an element of surprise and intrigue, something Chinese room idiots know nothing about. Now, I know why they fired the competent people that would have actually made this game great. And before you say, well, this is an action game, well, then don't steal the title of a great RPG and pretend it is. Don't create a new studio, a new radio host, Deb. The original Deb was funny as hell. This one, pathetic and not funny. I have been ready for a sequel for over 15 years. Finally, I hear they are. I get super excited, and for the first time in my life, I invested in the game and pre-purchased it, hoping the game comes to life. Pun intended. That's what true gamers do. So sorry to leave such a long review, but I am so tired of companies making crap woke games so that they can generate the most money. Yes, it's a business, but that business is supported by gamers. They got burned. They literally got burned, guys. Why does this game need a paradox launcher? Why is there no motion blur toggle? Why is there no field of view slider? Why are there no basic accessibility options in 2025? Refunded. Oh my god, this is crazy, man. Honestly, this feels like another Paradox special. A beloved IP rushed out of its quarter, rub-stamped by marketing execs who never play past the tutorial. Yes, there's nostalgia, then the bottom drops out. No real inventory management, no retrievable or purchasable weapons, almost no meaningful customization, an RPG element that feel like a pitch deck rather than a design. 3 hours in and the seams are obvious, hard limits on power, arbitrary movement restrictions, and encounter design that screams, we cut this to hit date. The world is littered with collectibles that hint a deeper lore, but they don't bind the story together or leave much mystery. It's busy work dressed as world building. Basic PC features missing. No manual save slot, no inventory, no character creation, no slider, field of view. At launch. Come on. I'll give the Chinese room this. They clearly inherited a bin fire and still shipped something coherent. But there's no excuse for this quality at this price. Paired with a DLC strategy you can smell from the character select screen, we've seen this movie. Apologies, roadmaps, then paid add-ons, pushed as supporting the future of the franchise, is City Skyline Deja Vu. And that's the real heartbreak. The main cast genuinely compelling. There are sparks of proper VTM energy, lore drops that nod to Bloodlines without being shackled to it. Give this community mod support and we'll fix half the systems for you, deepen the progression, and stitch the narrative's bones into a body that actually moves. Yeah, crazy. Message to fellow fans: stop pre-ordering, stop waiting it out while they monetize the fix, and stop rewarding apology blog posts. Refund if you're under the threshold, leave a clear review, and ask for two things: full modding support, a concrete system overhaul, inventory, builds, saves, field of view, and before any paid content ships. Vote with your wallet so we actually get the sequel this IP deserves, not another roadmap to nowhere. Verdict: not recommended for now. If they open the hood to modders or invest the fans' money wisely and ship real mechanic pass, I'll happily revisit. Until then, this is a great setting trapped in a marketing managed product. Man, the reviews are just crazy. It's just like product refunded, where to start, yeah. Non-existent RPG elements, extremely linear story, and dead world. Like, just man, like come on, right? 90 euros for a game that feels like some 2016 mid-game. 2016, right? Vampire the Masquerade parody. Somebody went full Malk. No character pick, few vampire classes, no Nosferatu, stealth is meh and combat is meh. It's trying to be cringe funny. You can't use weapons, they can be only one time used with telekinesis. That's just crazy. 3 out of 10, man, this is crazy. Look at this, look at the negatives, right? Pretty good atmosphere, somewhat interesting story, good voice acting. The negatives: bland combat, very simple skill system, no items, no weapons, no run from one story cutscene to the next, sorry, my bad, you run from one story cutscene to the next with some boring combat in between, no real consequence for breaking the Masquerade, just run around a corner and wait for 30 seconds. Overall, if it comes to game mechanics, everything is very basic and shallow. Terrible character customization. This interactive movie needed 1-2 more years to become a game. If you like vampires and interactive movies, go for it. So basically, it's an interactive movie. Effectively, you go from cutscene to cutscene, closed world, nothing to do effectively. It is freaking shocking. I mean, look at this, man. It's just shocking, right? So, guys, that's it for today's video. Some people love it, some people don't love it. But honestly, guys, it is absolutely depressing that we are seeing, again, another fumble from a famous IP, effectively, which people loved so much. And now we're getting this. Because, you know, the first one, actually, if you think about it, the first one, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines, by the way, it has a 92% rating. This one is a different one. This is Blood Hunt. This is like a multiplayer game. This is a different one. But this one, guys, Masquerade Bloodlines, look at this. This is 92%, right? Which is crazy, right? This one released in 2007, right? And people absolutely love this game. People say it's super deep, super fun, lots of good mechanics, RPG mechanics, like you actually feel like you're in a vampire world and there's things at stake. Whereas in this one, it is definitely not the case. So guys, one more time, this is what happens when companies, they want profit and that's it, nothing else. Then of course we have the outcome and people, guys, are not happy whatsoever. As always, I shall see you later in the next ones. Bye.